Hey there, awesome Monday. It happens to be Monday in my neck of the woods. I'm not sure what day you're listening to this, but I think every day above ground's a great day. So I especially like Mondays because we get to re-engage with more people, because most people take the weekends off still, at least here in America. Sometimes people even take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off and have a long weekend every year. Well, today for Supersize Your Business for female entrepreneurs, we were talking about to give preference to is the contribution-related idiom to coincide with this year's BU 365-day challenge. Do one thing every day that improves us. And so give preference to, talked a little bit about that and how we automatically do that, and we have to do that in order to deserve and achieve only the good in our lives. To have the good in our life, we have to decide for ourselves, because it's different for each and every one of us, what is good, what feels good to us, and what doesn't feel right for us, what doesn't feel good. For some people, it feels good to exercise every single day. For other people, it feels good to never exercise. Now, there's ramifications of that, but it's not for us to decide for other people what they should and shouldn't do. And this is really important when it comes to growing and building and supersizing our business. We have to give preference to the things that, and acknowledge the things that our customers prefer. If something isn't important to our customers or our potential clients and customers, guess what? Us providing that is of little or no value. It's definitely not going to attract customers to our business, and before long we're going to find ourselves struggling for customers. So we always want to be listening to and talking to and paying attention to what's important to the people that we serve. We also have to give preference to who we are going to serve in the world. Our businesses, anybody's business, isn't for everybody. Everybody doesn't love any particular type of food, right? Everybody doesn't love Italian food. I learned that in 35 plus years in the Italian food manufacturing business. But I was like, how can anybody not like Italian food? So I went out and I did store demos and talked to customers and potential clients and customers, and understood and learned very quickly that if you're on a low carb, no carb diet, you don't like anything pasta. You don't like anything Italian, because everything that I made for my manufacturer, we made in my manufacturing company, was high carb, high fat, very fattening white sauce. Oh my God, it's so delicious. It's the best white sauce in the world, but you know, a tablespoon of it has a couple hundred calories, or maybe a quarter cup, but it's fattening, right? It's got fat, butter, and cheese in it, right? And so that is not going to be something, if you're on a low-fat diet, that somebody is going to want to consume very often. So sometimes we have to ask the questions of our clients and our potential clients, and then decide what we're going to do based on that. Could we have made a gluten-free, low-carb version of our products and services? Yes, but we chose not to. Why? Because that is not who we prefer to serve. We prefer to serve people that love homemade Italian food. And so that was our market. That was our niche. We weren't trying to serve everybody. And if we were, we would have gone out of business, because it's not possible to have everybody. People will like us, people will dislike us, but everybody is never going to like us. So, and that's true individually as well as a business. Our businesses have to give the people that we serve what we want, but we have to first pick who those people are. So we talked about that. Today, our topic for the annual challenge was this, based on this card: I deserve only good in my life. And so I say, you deserve only good in your life. And you think about that and you're like, yeah, we do. Now, does that mean bad things aren't going to happen? Absolutely not. Stuff's going to happen, and it's up to us to take the bad and pull the good out of that situation. Everything that happens, and it's really hard to believe this when something bad happens, but when we get to the point where we can say, okay, that happened, what can I learn from that? What's the lesson in this for me? Maybe I made a bad choice. Maybe I didn't tap into my head, my heart, my intuition, and I just picked the first option among options, and it turns out that was a bad choice. Well, that's to teach me I need to be a little more considerate in when I'm choosing and making decisions. And making a mistake, making a bad choice, hiring the wrong person, picking the wrong outfit, it doesn't feel good, but you learn to make a better choice next time. And so that's the good that comes out of some of the bad things that happen to us. It's hard to understand. And I think it's the only thing that we understand as we're reflecting and thinking back to the past. One of the best ways to think about the past, and I don't think about the past very often, but one of the best ways to take and think about the past is to use things that have happened in the past to catapult us in the direction we want our life to go. Use the bad things that happen or the bad experiences to go back and pull out the lessons learned so you don't have to make those mistakes or even similar mistakes in the future. Reflect on what changed and what was going on before and after each of those events so you can understand yourself better, so that when you see things happening in a similar pattern, because we as humans repeat the same patterns over and over and over again until we do something consciously to change that. And that goes for good things as well as bad. So let's substitute the bad things with all the good things that we want to make happen in our lives. But each and every one of us human beings deserve good, and good to you is different than good to me. And so you deserve what feels good to you. I deserve what feels good to me. I have preferences just like anybody else. I prefer teddy bears. I said I prefer teddy bears over sheep, and I absolutely do. I prefer people that are real and authentic and honest with themselves and with other people and are working to grow and make the world a better place over people that don't think. When I think of sheep, I think of animals that just go along with the group, right? They just go from place to place and graze and don't really think about or interact with the rest of the world, right? They don't think for themselves, and that's a no-go for me. I need people to interact with and work with that think for themselves. Will they challenge me and not agree with me? Absolutely. And I love that. Why? Because that helps me to grow and challenge myself and see the places where I don't see the world clearly, or just to be open to understanding I don't see the world like everybody else, and they don't see the world like I do, and that's perfectly okay, because that's what makes the world amazing and interesting and growing and expanding and awesome. All right, if I can help you in any way, hit me up. Otherwise, I've got a gazillion things to do today. Have an awesome day. I'll be with you tomorrow.